Come to Helmuth Ford, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
Hi, this is Stacy from Shuttler Insurance Services. Come see me on the east side of the square in Sigourney for all your insurance needs.
The Keokuk County Expo Fair Kickoff Barbecue Cook-Off Meal and Tractor Show is Saturday, July 12th. Pork ribs, pork loin, chicken hindquarters, potatoes, green beans, and dessert. The Tractor Show is all day. Meal for the public begins at 5:30 for a free will offering. For more information, call Neil Weir at 641-660-3359. It's the Keokuk County Expo Fair Kickoff Barbecue Cook-Off Meal and Tractor Show, Saturday, July 12th. Live music is back at the Keswick Tavern in Keswick, Iowa this Friday from 8 to 11 p.m. with the Jason Kinsel Band. There's no cover charge. Join the Keswick Tavern this Friday night for Jason Kinsel's acoustic duo show on the patio. The Keswick Tavern is located at 117 South Iron Street in Keswick, Iowa. It's great country music and no cover charge this Friday night at the Keswick Tavern with the Jason Kinsel Band starting at 8 p.m. We hope to see you there. The Sigourney Car Show is Saturday, July 12th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on the beautiful Sigourney, Iowa Square. Cars, trucks, motorcycles, tractors, golf carts, whatever you've got, bring it to the Sigourney Car Show. Early registration is $10 and $15 the day of the show. Plus, you'll get your photos taken in front of the Memorial Fountain for $10 from 9 to 10 a.m. or 3 to 4 p.m. You can drop off or mail your registration to Keokuk County Economic Development at 112 West Washington Street in Sigourney, or get more information at the Keokuk County Economic Development Facebook page or their website. It's the Sigourney Car Show, Saturday, July 12th from 10 to 3.
Isn't that funny how people go to school for a certain job and then they end up getting out of school and they not even close to what they went to school for?
No, exactly. And I've met quite a few guys who also had econ degrees and do stuff completely different too. So I think there's like a running joke among us at that degree, especially it's you end up doing something different. But yeah.
Isn't that funny? I mean, you think about it, you go, man, I spent all that money not using my education whatsoever. Why'd I even go?
Right. Yeah, I asked myself that a lot, but thankfully I was able to work for a long time while I was in school and save up money. So I actually have all my stuff paid off. So I don't even really worry too much about it anymore because it's, rearview mirror now. But yeah.
Yeah. Probably write a country song about it now, couldn't you?
That's true. I haven't tried. That's one topic I haven't tackled yet. But
yeah. So it wasn't a girl that took you up there to Duluth. It was all education.
No, yeah, it really was just school because I do love New Ulm, and people who know me know I'm very proud to be where I'm from, and I'm not one of those people who moves away from their hometown and is like, I hate, everyone back there and it's all small town gossip and stuff. It's not like that at all for me. It was just when you're 18, you're ready for something different, a little adventure. And Duluth was a good pick because I was still in the state, but I was like 4.5 hours from home. So it was far enough that I was living my own life and had some separation and stuff. So you know how it is.
But still close enough. If you want to go back, you could.
Exactly. Yeah. Like if I really had to go home for a weekend and see my parents or whatever, it was easy. So.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. So have you eaten a lot of ramen noodles then? Is that what you've eaten the last couple of years?
No, I try to eat a little better than that. I kind of lost the taste for ramen after I was like 14, but I definitely ate a lot when I was younger. No, I try to, mix it up a bit. I think if anything, I eat a lot of spaghetti. That's my go-to because noodles are cheap and fills you up stuff. So
yeah, you splurge every now and a Tombstone pizza.
Yeah, yeah, Tombstone especially. But sometimes you can only afford the Jacks or whatever it is. So.
Right.
But yeah.
What do you got? You got a pizzazz to cook that? You just throw it in the oven.
Just know that we had I live with some roommates. We had a pizza oven. That thing must have been like 40 years old. I'm not even kidding. I mean, it was just archaic, and it just stopped working on us like 5 months ago. So we've just been throwing it in the oven. But yeah, we used to
Yeah. Well, I'd say, especially after you're playing a gig, because I DJ'd all the time at bars and weddings, and you're just hyped up, all the adrenaline's still going when you get home, and then
Mm,
throw that pizza in, you're starving, and then you fall asleep.
yeah. I wouldn't wanna burn my house down. I haven't done that quite yet, but
Well, I
it
almost did. I almost did a couple times. That's why I had a pizza oven.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that's a good point. I see what you're saying now. Yeah, because it
yeah.
keeps that from happening.
'Cause that oven will take that tombstone pizza about that big and make it down about this big,
Yeah,
and
I believe it.
charred black, and the house is smoking.
Yeah, it'll be a Frisbee the next
Yeah.
day. Yeah, that's funny.
But I found out, though, with the pizza oven, if you put it in there, fall asleep, you've got breakfast pizza in the morning.
Yeah, that is a good point. I never was able to take advantage of that but I am the same way, having, doing a gig or whatever late and you drive back a few hours
Yeah.
back to Duluth. I've had plenty of nights, believe me, where I'm driving and I'm like slapping myself to stay awake and focus on the road. But the second I get home, I get like a second wind, I think. I
Yeah.
think I don't know if it's because I gotta unload all my stuff and I have that mentality, like once I do that, then I can crash and go to sleep, but who knows?
Yeah. It's even worse in the wintertime, though.
Yeah, you're not wrong, because you really gotta be careful and you really gotta make sure you're awake, especially if you live in the Midwest and
Right. Yeah.
Minnesota, northern Minnesota especially, but, yeah, haven't haven't had any accidents or anything because of that, thankfully, so
That's good. Hey, don't go to Tennessee and drive in a snowstorm, because I don't know what's worse, to be on the roads with the Tennesseans that don't know how to drive and that kind of
Oh,
stuff,
yeah.
or the crazy Midwesterners that are down there driving like crazy and they have no snowplows.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. I remember I visited, when I was younger through, like, a thing through my church. I was in North Carolina, and I was talking to a guy there. This was years ago, but I remember him telling me that the state of North Carolina had 2 snowplows, and I remember I just, like, couldn't but obviously that makes sense for their weather, but I couldn't wrap my head around that when I was, like, 13. It's like,
Right.
"Man, how do you guys get this to, get your state to function?" But
Yeah.
yeah.
They just shut down in those southern states if they get snow.
Right. My sister lives in Georgia now. She lives, like, right outside of Atlanta, so now I'm more familiar with kinda how the South works with that stuff, but, yeah, she'll send us, uh, videos on Snapchat or whatever, and it's, like, only maybe 40, 30 degrees outside, and they'll call off school, like, hardly any snow or just a little maybe drizzle with that cooler
Yeah.
weather, and yeah, it's crazy, man. It really is a different world, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Might be a little slippery out there. You gotta be careful.
yeah.
To them anyway.
Right,
To us, we're like, come on, let's go.
right, and like you said, it's all about, like, not necessarily yourself, but other people that you're on the road. They
Right.
don't know how to drive in it. That
Yeah.
would be scary.
Oh, so Ethan, what, you grew up, went to school, went to college for not, and now you're working and doing just, is that all you do? Just the music?
Yeah, so I was thankfully, I am just doing music right now. I was, after I graduated, I did immediately start working at a hospital up here in Duluth, and that was great. Loved everyone I worked with. Everything was good there, but, just recently, as of, like, the beginning of May, I made the switch to just doing music full time for now, um, and just focus on that. Had a lot of stuff that I feel like wasn't getting done because I was, so busy with working 40 hours, whatever, and then gigging on Saturday, Sunday. Your week gets pretty full. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, just doing music now.
Yeah. How many times a week do you play then? Just Friday, Saturday, or?
No, I'm always open to play any day of the week, and it just depends on how busy your schedule fills up and stuff. But I mean, I think like last week, without even looking at my calendar, like I've had the past couple of weeks, I've had like 3 gigs, or it'll be, then this week I have two. So it's usually like that two, maybe up to like four mark.
Sure.
Um, each one being usually a 3 hour thing. Um, but which is nice. Again, I'm very thankful to be able to fill it up like that. And I'm trying to stay busy because I do my solo thing, and then I do play when I can. I try to play pedal steel for other people and back them as part of their band or guitar or whatever is needed, or just doing duos with people and stuff like that to
Sure.
help just get out and play more and network and do all the stuff you got to do. So
Yeah. So primary touring when you do it, is it Minnesota, or you get out to Iowa and Illinois and the
I'm
Dakotas?
mainly in just Minnesota, but I do play a lot in Wisconsin too. It's honestly probably about a 50-50 split, especially this summer. I'm doing a lot of Wisconsin stuff. Western Wisconsin, and like I'd probably go as far away as like the Dells. I was just in the Dells 2 weekends ago. So yeah, that's kind of my range right now. But and I do get home to play back in New Ulm, where I'm from, once in a while, and play down there. And I have friends who live actually in South Dakota and Iowa. I've been trying to figure out a thing where I can go play for like 2 or 3 shows in a weekend,
Sure.
make the trip more worth it financially with the gas and everything. But
Right.
yeah, that would be great to be able to do that. So I think
Yeah.
I'll be able to do that sooner rather than later.
You got a bunch of guys with you too, a full band. Do you travel with too at all or not? Or is it
No, right
all
now
solo?
it's just me. I have some guys that would be more than capable of doing the band thing, but